All right, fair warning, this video is long. I've tried to edit it, and I couldn't edit it any shorter without eliminating all the parts that are pertinent to explaining the entire experience, right? I tried. I'm not that great at it. But anyways, the entire spectrum of, like, emotional spectrum of being a hot rodder, building cars in your garage, inexperience, all that stuff. So you're gonna see, like, ambition, you're gonna see curiosity, and then you're gonna see frustration and despair, and then you're gonna see hope, and then despair and disappointment and frustration, and then at the end, validation. And so hope you stick around. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let's get to the Today we're gonna get started on getting started. So wiring harnesses, let's make them 4 or 5 times. Let's lay them out 3 or 4 different ways. Let's remake them again. That goes for the engine harness, that goes for the body harness, that goes for all of the harnesses. And then I gotta watch this guy and make sure he doesn't die while I do it all. All right, we're doing plumbing, all kinds of stuff. All right, let's go. Lakewood bell housing, off just a bit. Took, oh God, took way too much money in offset dowels to get this thing right. I ended up going with a 21 thousandths offset, and it's within, I think within 7 thousandths. Went with the 1400 series throwout. Trying to line this and put this in, and then we'll get it all bolted up. This is all torqued down, ready to rock and roll. We're ready to get this thing up in the air and put it back in the car. Oh. Sorry. So we're installed. I'm trying to not run anything here back in, valve cover valley. I'm trying to run it all underneath the exhaust, cam sensor, water temp sensor, and the one wire for the alternator. And coolers are in, radiator core support is in. All the parts are in the car now. The fuel rails, catch cans, as you can see, pressure lines, return lines from coolers, tandem clutch master, all those things are in. I wanted to make sure that 2 really good pedals, brake, clutch, tandem, rock and roll, master setup, and the clutch were able to be bled. All right, sensors, harnesses, all the harness adapters, sorry. Oh God, everything's super tight. Injector harnesses, coil harnesses, all right, all the different Holley leads. So I got all fed through. Main auto wire harness in. I've got my Holley harness in. I've got all my Holley leads. I've got all of the leads that go to the fans. I've set my relays up back here. I'm trying to figure out battery and cable configuration now. I've got a big old 1-aught for the battery. I'm gonna have a disconnect right there in the center console. Oopsie daisy. Right there in the center console. Oopsie daisy. Everything's nice and tucked up. I've got a bunch of these magnetic, which are 15-pound magnets or something like that, but they're doing great. Switch for the AccuSump. And anyways, I'm just playing with that idea. Relays may end up going underneath the right side of the dash. That's what makes most sense. So, gauges are all lined out. Tach signal from Holley. That's what I'm using. All right, folks, here we go. We're ready to rock and roll. No idea what's going on, but it's about to get interesting. All right, we have life.
Operation. Let's do it.
Take 1.
Have you done that? Have you pressured?
Yeah, you ready?
Ready. Oh.
Henry, chill out.
I know what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna cut.
Anyways,
the end of the
we'll
night,
get back at it in the morning.
didn't start.
We're gonna pick up another.
We do not have a
sensor,
great,
and let's fingers crossed that it's just a bad one out of the box. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, take two. We have a new crank sensor. I tested a keyed ignition to the Terminator. I've got all my main harness power checked, and I got a new column in the car.
And we know there's power going to the crank sensor.
We know there's power going to the crank sensor. We got power. I don't know. Here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? All right, take it. Live.
Now we are.
All right. So Matt left the cam sensor unplugged,
Excuse me.
and because of that, we've wasted all kinds of time. So here we are. We're back on it, and we're take 4. Ready?
Talk.
Me and my brother and
What the fuck? What am I doing here?
What are you doing here?
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna poke a hole
for Uncle Matt.
for Uncle Matt
As
into this
though-
wire, and I'm gonna put this on the ground. We're gonna see what kind of action we're getting.
Close.
So yeah, they're almost the same.
It's almost the same.
Poke it into the wire.
Quick, somebody say vagina.
This is a 22 gauge wire. This is gonna go through my fingers. What's gonna go through?
You sure you want me doing this?
I don't know. You guys told me.
I
to
didn't
do
even
this.
know. Not you guys. Social worker.
Is this how you? It's fucking hard, man.
Tyler's like I. There's on video.
No.
got green.
Now we're good.
We got green.
Green.
Really?
We got green.
Oh shoot.
Remember when I said that about an hour ago?
Yeah.
Hopefully that's it.
Ready?
Yep.
Still not getting it.
We got green.
We got green. That's bullshit.
Green. Yellow, blue, green,
That's 6 and 7.
and then 6 and 7 is green.
Yeah.
So
that's
we got
cam-
signal now.
That's cam and crank. Go
Then
to
why
What
are
if-
you waving me off? Because we don't have crank.
Well,
Well,
it's not reading RPM.
So now we
What
don't
if the
know.
cam sensor is also wired screwed up?
Well, but it's green.
Oh, it's green?
Yeah.
Yeah. Key off real quick.
But your cam.
You're on.
say cheese.
Jeez.
Ready?
Neutral.
Okay, bro.
On.
Matt,
Ready?
you got all the- All right, I quit. Good night. All right. After day 2, struggling. So everything checks out. I'd like to think we have, based
the
on all the
resources
lights on
between
Tyler
Troll,
and
ECU,
we have all of the inputs, and they're communicating with everybody. So right now, the next thing to do, since we've checked everything 3 or 4 times, the one thing we really didn't dive into is the cam sensor. So I had input wire, power and voltage wire backwards for the crank sensor. So I had to actually depin and change those, and then we got green light. So now I got to go through and kind of do that the same thing to the cam sensor. I think they're in the right place, but Holley has also told other people to pull the pins out and make sure that they're not damaged because they've got issues with these harnesses. So this is for somebody that's not entirely familiar like myself. This would be a nightmare if I did not have a group of people to help me with, which is kind of a crappy thing to say about Holley, but that's the reality. is that they're outsourcing this or whatever they're doing, and it's not good because the garage DIY guy, doesn't have a chance in hell unless he has a group of people or he's got the experience. So anyways, just a side note. All right, folks. Until we have today's exciting because after a long process of troubleshooting on the phone with tech, Holley Tech, which has been good. It's been really good. I got a crash course in automotive wiring, like voltage layout, what's what supplies what with what, as far as sensors and whatnot. So, went shorts here. I am not getting 5 volts to the sensors, any of the sensors. I'm actually getting less than 2 volts, but it's consistent through the entire. So we're going to check continuity today. We're going to try to isolate that issue. 5 volts to. We have a start and a finish place. I'm excited. As always, Matt's coming over to help make sense of it all. We're going to get down to the bottom line. A lot of cognitive evaluation, wiring, understanding and explanation has come into here. And all right, so we went to the cam sensor, but I got enough. And that orange wire is the 5-volt wire. Okay, and that orange wire goes to about 5 or 6 different things, including the injector harness. And what we're doing is we unplugged everything, and we are going to see if we are actually getting 5 volts from the ECU to these connectors, right?
Look what we have.
And so that is good news. That means that we got a good harness. Now we need to plug things in one at a time. So let's plug in the MAF sensor first. And I'll put it here just so you have something to hold on to. So this is a process of elimination. So
look at that, 1.3 volts.
All right.
Which is our problem.
That's our problem. So we'll check the harness again just to make sure. But we've already checked all of these harnesses, all of the extensions to make sure they were consistent. So let's do this. Let's check that.
And now you're back to 5 just by unplugging them.
Oh, well, there you go.
That gives you 5, so it was getting 5 volts.
Yeah, all right.
But somehow the sensor is shorted across itself or something.
Yeah, so that's a bad sensor. All right. I'm like a small schoolboy right now. I'm just relishing in this win. So far, I'm gonna get excited, but I'm not gonna get too excited because I know better. Like I was telling Matt, as soon as you think you have a solution, you think you figured it out, the science of whatever it is you're working on, and in this particular case, automotive electrical work, right? Harnesses, all the stuff that we don't know, I don't know much about. I'm starting to learn. But anyways, you get knocked, there's something else reveals its ugly head. And then you get knocked right back down the step, right back to square one, right? So anyways, that I don't think is the case. I'm on my way to go pick up a new sensor right now. I know I could probably set up vacuum back to the Terminator Max because it's got its own map sensor, but I'm just gonna keep it simple. I don't need a bunch of any more crap strung all over the car, but we're gonna get this. Is that what you asked Anna for? Well, that's super sweet. All right, honey, we figured it out. All right,
We fixed it.
Are you gonna hang out for a minute?
I can open one of my monsters.
Oh, did you do that yet?
No RPM? Doing tight. Yep. No crank still? Okay. We're rolling.
All right, let's get this thing up real quick.
Oh.
All right, so a real test of patience. At the end of the day, everybody's stumped again. I'm going to spend some time rechecking 12 volt after the map sensor was installed, the correct map sensor. We did a couple of tests on voltage, still good. Even after everything came back in, checked voltage on a couple other things, I still had 5 volts at all the sensors. So I don't have a sensor drawing voltage. Another day in the books. A lot of patience with this stuff. I don't have any bad sensors. Guys that know what they're doing have issues. So, not surprised I'm having issues. But still, if everything is new, installed, my wiring is correct, I feel like I shouldn't be having this much trouble. Anyways, hang tight. We're going to call tech tomorrow and see if we can't get some insight. So, hang tight. All right, folks, this is a replacement harness. It's come down to this. All right, so what you see behind me is a new harness, and I'm just in the process of not cutting it up, not doing anything crazy, simply just point A to point B. I'm hooking everything up. I am going to use it as it was intended in the condition and shape that it's in now. So we're going to see if all right, I have RPM signal, but I did not have any fuel. And so I pulled the dropped the tank and I kind of tested. Anyways, I don't know what happened, but I did put battery power to the pump and it primed and it worked perfectly. It started spitting out fuel like it was supposed to. Anyways, I changed the connectors, just put some Deutsch connectors on it, made it nice. I have fuel. Well, look at that. No leaks so far. All right, so I'm going to load this up. We're going to try to start it. I really don't know how to feel. Here we go. I'm pretty stoked. I'm a little worried. Here's all this. All right, you ready? piece?
More stuff. Go grab it, go grab it. Where is it? You see it? Yeah, it's on the road, probably. Gotta get this shot. Oh yeah, look at that thing.
All right. So to close this one out, this has been a long one. It's probably been the toughest one to make and get through. It's probably taken, I don't know, at least 8 weeks, at least 8 to 10 weeks from conception. Like, I'm going to wire it myself to sitting here with you and talking about how painful it was to get here. Man, I learned a lot though. I learned a crap ton. I'm still learning, obviously, but I have enough information now where I feel way more comfortable diving into the finished product. So right now, this thing's gonna get on a lift. We're going to shim and get everything just right. And then we are going to start getting everything fit to get the fenders put on permanently last time, done. And then we're gonna get into modifying and make sure we got wheel clearance and all that good stuff. So anyways, long story short, this is not for the faint of heart, but they aren't gonna build themselves. So you just gotta get into it. And even if you don't know what you're doing, even if you have like mechanical ability, you know, you just need to start. That's been my MO. That's been what's been my biggest piece, is just go out in the garage and get started. So I've got great friends, great network, people that have been able to help me kind of trudge and troubleshoot, and thanks for watching too. So thanks for sticking around. This is a long one, and we'll see you on the next one.